Hi guys, welcome to Tea Time. We're doing part 2 of religious stories and cult stories today, but just wanted to give a little heads up for some shows really quick right off the top. First of all, you can see Miss Honk Gina at the Pachanga Arena with Felipe Esparza, April 7th in San Diego.
Okay, first of all, no, it's all wrong. It's the Pachanga Arena, San Diego, April 5th.
It's April 5th?
April 5th.
Oh, Honk, I put on the YouTube that it was April 7th.
Well, don't worry, it's April 5th. I'm going to be in Nicaragua.
I looked on the website. It said April.
No.
Honky.
No. Pachanga Arena, April 5th, San Diego.
April 5th. Okay.
Do we want to start this over? No.
No, I think let's keep it real. I think this is authentic. I think this is good. But it wasn't all wrong. It was one part was wrong. So you're very critical and judgmental. And that's why you fried your hair off this morning. Now, here's something else. Ladies, if you're blonde, you have to use a deep dish. Deep dish? No. You have to use a deep conditioner.
I did so many deep conditions yesterday, and I used a heat protectant, and maybe my hair was just too damp when I straightened it, but it really singed it.
It crisped it? Well, honey, just lay off the heat. Okay, so April 5th, I swear to God, I looked on the website, it said April 7th, but okay, gag me to hell. April 5th in San Diego, you're doing an incredible show. It's going to be amazing. And then if you are in Portland, April 25th, that's a Friday, I'm going to be at the Siren Theater. And then Brooklyn, I will be at Union Hall May 6th. And you guys should come to those shows.
I know we have a lot of honks in Portland.
We do. I'm nervous.
Show up, show out. Portland's so much fun.
I'm really excited. I've never performed in Portland. It's the first time.
It's one of my favorite places to do stand-up.
Oh my God, Honk.
So fun.
I'm so excited. I'm really excited. And yeah.
You guys ready to start the show?
I just got pissed off.
Yo, step into the room where the tea spills hot. Gabby and Harper-Rose, they hit the jackpot. Unhinged tales got you laughing nonstop. You bring the stories, they'll bring the chops. It's tea time, baby, let the chaos glow. Unfiltered, unhinged, anything can go. Gabby and Harper's where the wild ones flow. Tea time's the vibe, now you in the show. Sit down, relax, get your
going. That's as much as we'll play.
No, we have to play the whole thing
every single time. And you want to know what?
Start to finish.
I want to go back into that AI app and I want to ask them to make it longer. If we could have like a 20-minute, just
longer would be good.
We were doing an impression of the song and then we were like making up the lyrics that it should have been like, I got fingered by my dad. I can't go home for Christmas and now I'm feeling sad. Honk?
Yeah, Honk.
Honk, you were having bars. Come on.
No. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at thinking off the top of my head like that.
I put a chicken into my crotch. And it hurts so bad, I gotta disinfect it with scotch. Okay, come on, Honk. Come on, Honk.
I'm drawing blanks.
Tea time.
Do you need the song?
Yeah.
No.
She has it.
I'm not in a silly, goofy mood today.
I think she's sad because of the hair. Yeah. And I want you guys to know.
No. I've been sad like the past few days. But the hair does. You know, it's like when you spend so much money on something and you go, I just need to make sure
it's looking really good, dude.
All good.
Yeah, it's looking really good. I'm sorry you've been sad the last few days. Ever since our San Diego experience, which we discussed on Patreon, clock it, I have been down in the old dumps, but starting to come out of it. I found out officially yesterday that I made the house musical team at UCB. So
sweet, congrats.
If you guys thought I was gay now,
you're even gayer.
Dude, I'm about to be clinically gay. It's tea.
Oh my God, and I've been like fighting off this cold for the past week, and it's all in my throat. So I have those horrible like loogie noises. Those like
I should have brought you these like magic ass pills that I got.
I love pills.
Oh.
You
know who you sound like.
Okay. Recap of the weekend real quick.
Yeah,
actually, no, it's so boring. But we had shows. I had Don't Tells in San Luis Obispo. I think some honks came out. If you did, love that. Thank you for coming out. The first show was not my best. I was not having a good time. The next night was so fun, but the first night, not great.
Yeah, I want to be honest. You know what? Let's just use this as like a little amends really quick. If you have seen me, this is coming out, okay. If you've honestly seen me in the last 2 weeks, I just want to say, I've been in the spiritual dumpster and I have been giving Walking Phoenix in the Joker energy on stage. I've been giving, I think I have a gun under my shirt energy when I get on stage. And I just want to say, not my best, close to my worst. And we're ending that though. The depression, we're coming out of it. My brother and I have started to mend the relationship. That's really impacted the mood.
Look at that. I saw you got an invite to the wedding.
Okay, clock it, Lee. Want to be my plus one? Just kidding. He didn't allow me one. Okay.
He said, whoever you're bringing, we don't want.
Yo. On the way. Okay, I don't even know if this is okay to talk about, but it's kind of funny. He was like, they were both like, they're like, okay, you can come to our intimate wedding. If you want a plus one, you have to email us who and why. And I was like,
okay.
Okay,
bring me.
Okay, I want to.
When is it?
Can you and Lee like get in a trench coat together?
And I'll sit on his shoulders.
Yes. Lee, it's tea time.
Don't try to eat me out though, Lee.
Lee, you can't do that again, dude.
Okay.
I am on the last day of my period. I have been filled with pads the last few days.
Lee just got hungry.
Num num num.
Okay. Because he loves eggs.
Okay, here's my thing. How do you feel about having sex with women on their periods? When you do have sex?
I mean, I feel fine about it.
Would you do it? Do you like it?
He prefers it, I heard.
I mean, I never avoided it, really.
So it doesn't turn you off if a woman's like, I'm on my period, you're like, I'm still down.
He goes, okay.
I mean, most of the time, no. If it's like going that way and then it's like, she doesn't say it as like, I'm on my period, so stop.
Okay.
If as soon as there's that stop entered, like I'm on my period and it's like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Then he goes,
okay, so he says,
well, I've been going to the gym and I got that upper body strength, so I'm holding you down.
Yeah.
But if it's
okay,
like,
it's getting consent.
If it's looking for like validation, like I'm on my period, is that okay?
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
Validation. Okay.
Would you eat a woman out on her period?
No, that's real.
I likely have. I don't think I seek it out.
But if she was like, I want you to, you wouldn't be like,
It's not my favorite.
Well, can I say something though?
I can't imagine it would be.
When you're eating someone out on their period.
Have you done that?
Yes, I have. And I'm just going to be fully honest. Do I want to be? Yes. Okay. So I've done it 2 times.
How periody? Are we talking second day or like 4th day?
First day. And then
because my first day is like when it isn't so bad. It's like
really?
trickling in.
Okay.
Second day is like she's raining.
For the first person I ate out when they were on their period, the first day was like heavy.
No.
And
no way.
Yeah. And it started while we were hooking up. And so she was like, oh, we don't have to. And I was like, I'm going to keep going if you are. But if you also feel uncomfortable, we can totally stop. She's like, you don't care? I'm like, no, like literally whatever. And then we kept going. And then afterwards, it did look like I ate a rare steak. But at the end of the day.
Did it taste bad?
Just metallic-y. But also, I'm not putting my tongue like in where like the period, nectar's coming out.
It's like the way that I don't even know where the period comes out of.
It comes out of your butt like an egg.
I was like, no, it took me a second. I was like,
egg.
does it come out of your pee hole? No, I know. No, I know.
Now she knows.
Yeah,
she goes, it's not coming out of your urethra.
It's not coming out of the pee hole.
No, it's coming out of where everything else comes out of. But my fingers were like the most gnarly because it's like I was like fingering her while I was eating her out. Now, let me tell you something. No one knows dick shit about hard work until you've fingered someone while you eat them out. I guess you've eaten Leo, but it's different.
Yeah, it's different. That's different.
It's different.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. It's really hard.
No thanks. No thanks on that. No thanks on period sex. No thanks on getting eaten out on your period. Not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Okay. It's so funny because like, I mean, I have that IU Dizzle, so I'm not really drippity dropping blood, but if I was, I wouldn't want someone to eat me out. But I personally don't give a fuck about eating someone else out. It doesn't like disgust me, but for my own sanity, I wouldn't want someone to do it to me because I don't feel like I could get out of my head and relax. I would be really concerned about if they're grossed out or if, do you get what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about, because you don't really get your period on an IUD.
No, so I will only.
But Joy gets her period.
Yeah, because she has the copper. I have I have Mirena. This can't.
Oh, there's a different. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, she has. I don't know what it's called, but she has the copper one. She has like a penny shoved up there.
The non-hormonal one.
Yes, and then I have hormones, so I'm raging.
Right.
And I don't see how this is healthy because I haven't really had a period in 5 years.
It's not. But my friend Jen has one, and she got hers taken out and immediately like got back to normal.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
So it's like, okay.
But I will only get my period if I'm extremely stressed.
And when you get it, is it heavy?
No.
Hope you guys like period talk. We're
Guys,
clocking in.
I hope you guys are eating when you're listening to this because get a big old meal, get a big old steak.
Oh man, my pad, I put it, it's like a little bit stuck. Like the sticky part's a little bit stuck to my butt cheek right now.
Is it?
What are you gonna do, you know?
Wiggle.
Yeah.
Wiggly wiggle.
Yeah. So
Lee,
here we are.
talking about it, being about it.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost every single man that has tried to tune into this show.
You want to know what?
And
though?
good. And honestly good.
But can I say something? The worst part
You just
about
lost me. I tuned out.
Hey, Lee, you always turn
was
out.
that too hard to listen to?
Hey, I
it's
turned
not
out because we
interested.
weren't talking about massages or my scrambled egg.
I bet you have a scrambled egg that's like your
tuned out.
friend.
Hey, it would be good. It would be good for you to learn a little bit about the way that women's bodies work.
It would be nice for you to have
It'd be
an
good for
ounce
all
of
men.
empathy.
For women,
Lee,
my lips are,
and she's not talking about those.
they're blowing off. I got them tattooed the other day and the skin is like flapping off.
Yeah.
I'll stop messing with him. Just be normal.
When
Okay,
I
great. Now you
talk,
sound like one of the guys in her fucking DMs. Let her be. Also, that was crazy what you posted. Let's talk about that.
know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, can I read it?
Yeah, please.
Because this guy left a comment, they always, the negative comments. And I was like, this guy, I feel like I've seen him in my DMs before. He comments this today. I'm hoping one day when I stumble across your garbage content against my will, that you will have figured out a good injection tech. First of all, gay.
Okay,
And
not him
those-
knowing that it's a tech.
I know. Seriously.
Clocking.
And those lips wouldn't look like lumpy, overfilled Texas BBQ sausages. Or you'd say something even smirk-worthy. Either or.
Okay, she's a writer.
Okay, so then I go to check my DMs because I was like, looks familiar. And he has DM'd me a couple of times. In response to one story, he goes, you
Okay.
have amazing teeth. The next one, he sends me a reel. And it's like a dating reel. Uber Eats, roulette. Everyone orders $20 to $30 of food. And whatever. It's like a dating thing. He DMs it to me and goes, we can do this kind of stuff when we are a couple. We can do this kind of cute stuff when we are a couple.
The only way that you guys would be a couple is a couple of people on the news when he literally has you tied up in his apartment.
Yeah.
And he's spoon feeding you like, I don't know, Lee's fucking
Porridge.
like,
Yeah.
like his eggs. And
After I've
porridge.
been trapped
And
down there.
And like you have like mascara like cascading down your cheeks from crying because like you miss your family. And like that's how you know how
No.
long you've been like trapped there because like you miss them now.
Yeah.
And then you're like, please just let me go. And then he's like, one more bite
And
for
it's
my
going to turn
sweet.
into that situation. Remember, it was that guy in Ohio who kidnapped those 3 women and got them all pregnant and then was
oh,
like,
God, dude. Yeah.
and they were all like living in his basement. It's going to be one of those situations. I mean,
Yeah.
I swear to God, we need to have like job applications.
you should have to show your social media.
You should have to.
Or your phone. You should have to hand over your phone and they should go
Yes.
through your entire phone. They should see what
Yes.
kind of porn you watch. They should see how you talk to your family, how you talk to women, how you talk to just
What comment?
whatever.
There needs to be a thing that shows you what kind of comments you've left.
Yes.
What kind of content you're watching. I'm less bothered about what content you're watching and the way that you're interacting with strangers on the internet.
I think it's good to see it all, just to see if there's any like crossover.
Yeah.
But also, mainly we need to see how you're speaking to strangers.
We need to see if you're leaving comments in DMs unanswered, then you should have to go to one of those RFK camps.
okay.
To the work camps.
Yeah.
That's what you know what? Fuck it. Not the medicated people. Don't put the medicated people in the camps. Put the men that are leaving insane comments on women's social medias, put them in the camps. Lee, are you
Sorry.
tuned in again or did you tune out?
Dude, he's
I
been
bet-
tuned out.
I don't comment like that on people's social media.
No, I know you
I
don't.
don't
From
Thank
your
God.
main account. I know.
I don't even like things. I did create a burner to harass this one person, but
I know, and I'm so happy that you stopped because I was getting really annoyed with like these weird comments, Lee, and like
yeah.
you started writing crazy things.
It is crazy. It's crazy. I can't.
Well, okay, here's something.
I would rather, if I found out my boyfriend was doing that, I would rather him cheat on me and get another woman pregnant.
I'd rather him
Then know
have
that he
3
was-
women in the basement all pregnant than literally, and I'm talking about just your boyfriend.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But okay, Honk, I was just at the, there's this comedy club in LA, you guys, and they do this like, why can I not think of the word? Wow, the story's really good. I love that. Okay, they do like a showcase mic or something. So if like you perform, you can like maybe like get up in front of the book or whatever. Anyways, there's this comic there, and to my knowledge, I'd never met him or seen him before, but he like walks up to me and he was like, hey, I DM'd you. You never answered me.
Shut up.
And I thought that it was for like a show or something.
up.
And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, what's your name? He tells me his name. I go, okay, so sorry. Like, I'll check it out after. And he goes, yeah, okay. And just kind of like looks at me and just walks out. And I go, oh, all right. I checked the DM after the mic. I was waiting to tell you this on air. He literally has been DMing me since 2022.
No.
Just talking to himself.
No.
Being absolutely menacing. And he's gone through the whole spectrum of emotions
Oh, no.
in this DM. I can't even believe I'm airing this out, but honestly, if you're gonna be
No.
weird to me, I'm gonna be weird back and talk about it on the podcast, so fuck you. But he was like, he'll be like, you're so pretty, so hot, so pretty. Oh, you think you're too good to me? Fuck you, bitch. Big forehead ass bitch. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I got a billboard forehead because of my big, beautiful brain. Like, shut up.
Wait. And he was like at the mic?
Yes, and he was there.
So he's like an open micer?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Honk.
No. Ew.
Yeah, just like some like comic, I guess. And I was like, oh, and he never DM'd.
Don't say comic.
You're right.
That's not. You're just a guy that goes to open mics.
He's a lurch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's giving mad lurch. But I was like, oh, and he's unfollowed and refollowed me so many times. How do you know that? Because he's documented it in the DMs. Still no follow. And I'm like, why would you tell me? I would go back and I would get medicated and I would go back and I would unsend those 3 years or
That's
2
the
years
thing.
worth of
Unsend.
messages.
Unsend.
Gotta unsend.
My sister broke up with her boyfriend because she found out he was doing that.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing worse.
Yeah.
That is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And honestly, you guys, men, especially women, you get a little bit more lax on this, but you should be ashamed. If this is really what you're doing, please seek help. I swear, and I mean this with all earnestness. You cannot be continuously messaging.
It's taking the parasocial relationship
Oh my God.
to a whole new level. And okay, so we were talking about OF right before this, or you had briefly mentioned it, but there's a guy who is so like, he's very, I mean, it's just bare minimum, but he's like very kind on OF. Like, I mean, you fucking should be, but just very kind, whatever. And he was like, oh, I've messaged you on Instagram before, like something. And I was like, wait, what was it? And I think I barely respond on there because like sometimes people get kind of crazy. But I was like, I'm like, also, I really don't want there to be like a stalker situation. So like, I really try to like not do, I'm like, all right, here's the content. I'll give you a response every now and then. But like, I don't want anyone to get like really attached on there. But whatever, like we talked for like 1 second and he was like, oh, I'm a musician. I did this. And I was like, okay. And then I look at the DMs that he sent me on Instagram and they are foul, heinous, grotesque messages.
Don't
just mean, but like, there's like an eeriness to the despicable nature of these messages. And I'm like, I don't feel, so I just blocked him on OF and I'm like, oh, you're scaring the shit out of me. So
I don't want to know. If you follow me on Instagram and OnlyFans, I don't want, like, let's keep it separate. Let's keep it separate. I don't want to know. No, we're all playing fantasy here.
We're all playing fantasy. There's also a reason I don't really talk about it on Instagram. It's like two different worlds. Like, just it's separation of church and state. We don't need these crossing over.
No.
I don't need you DMing me being like, oh my God, sick show. God, when I saw your tits bouncing the other day, I thought to myself, I can't wait to see you live. It's like,
I hate it.
No.
I hate it. I had some guy message me on Instagram a little while ago being like, I've seen you come, so it's all good, LOL. And I'm like...
And also, hey, okay. That's it.
I know what you're going to say.
I know.
And you're right. And you're right.
I know. Yeah.
And I'll say this. Don't message me that. Don't message me that. Lee.
Oh, yeah, Lee, you got to stop messaging her that. Because we know you're burner.
Hey, Lee. Yeah, I am.
All right, let's get into some stories.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a story.
He goes, you're doing that on OnlyFans? Oh, I'll subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You can. Just don't tell me it's you. Just don't tell me it's you.
Hey, and that's the thing, right?
Yeah. Lee, go ahead. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll send you
ahead.
all my fucking nudes. Just don't let me know it's you.
I told Honk
Actually, that would be funny. Actually, I think I would be okay if I knew it was you. Because then I would ask you and be like, what do you think of that? No, because then you'd get... a little too slap happy, like directing me.
He would get mean too.
He would.
You like power goes to your head like this.
Yeah, it does.
People have clocked it on the YouTube. They're like, okay, I don't like how he's getting so happy with bossing them around. And like you sit there and you just start smiling to yourself.
It was literally the first episode we did in here, and we were just getting used to the space.
No, and honestly, it was good. I'm just
I love it.
But I showed
you
the other day.
I don't like the way your pussy looks in this one. Can you make it a little less lippy? you'd start getting a
Some
little
guy,
too.
okay, so some guy honk. I told you I just showed coot for I have not shown pussy at all for like the last 7 months I've been on OnlyFans. It's only been like tits and like whatever. But then the other day I was like, you know what? It's time to start making some real money. Gotta show something going on. So whatever, I did it. And this guy's like, all right, so let me tell you what we need to see. And I was like,
Oh, are you serious? I actually do kind of appreciate that.
People are very specific about how they jerk off, what they jerk off to.
well, yeah.
And especially when they're spending money on it.
No, and you
Mhm.
want to know what? That is true. But at the same time, I was like,
Mhm.
relax. And he goes, whoa, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. And I was like, you didn't hurt my feelings, but you stressed me out. So he gave me like, he's like, all right, so the lighting's good, but I'm going to need to see this angle and I'm going to want to see face too. And I'm going to want to see that. And I was like, okay, well, last time I put my face in it, then you said, move the camera lower. And I was like, okay, this is just too stressful. I was like, this is why I just show you guys the yams.
Does it get old though when you just like watch women masturbate? Because that's the other thing. I'm like, how much masturbating content can I make?
Never enough. It's never enough.
Oh, okay. Well,
Really?
then that's good to know.
It's literally never enough.
Really?
Yeah. Especially guys who are like routinely buying stuff on OnlyFans. They want the same thing, but they want it in a new video.
Okay.
Because it's like I don't, for me especially, like I don't really watch the same video over and over.
No, yeah.
But
I don't do that either.
Yeah, like I'll buy a video, I'll watch it once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
And then I want the next one.
Yeah.
But I want the same thing just in a new video.
That's okay. That's, I guess, you know, that's the same for me too.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch the same girl over and over again, but just not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So
And that's that.
just keep it going, keep it pushing.
Oh, Lee, I will. Well, I'll see you on there, bud.
I know, he is going to come right running to you.
Do you want to start with, she wrote us in a Google Doc.
Okay, yeah.
Something.
Did you also see where I moved all the messages?
I did.
Okay.
And that confused me.
So we're doing more cult
okay.
stories, right? More religion and cult.
Yeah. We're doing part 2. No, it confused me because I was like, there's so many here. Okay, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I want to start.
Okay. Former best friend infected with Christianity.
Infected. I like that verbiage.
It is an infection, I'll say that.
Okay. Hello there, sweet honks and little baby back Lee. All right, don't.
Here it comes.
Oh,
look at, he's so excited.
Don't
Look at him.
say that.
Look how excited he is.
I know, God, he's like bouncing up and down right now
Yes.
on a dildo. Okay. Lee, we got to get you on OF and see who subscribes.
Then I'll give you some pointers, Lee.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll tell you how to wax that fucking thing. Okay. I've missed your sassy energy. This story begins in 7th grade. A new girl, Mia. A new girl, Mia, had started school halfway through the year and had an assigned seat behind me in world language class. Okay, world language. Before moving to my suburb, Mia grew up in the middle of nowhere, hunting bears and listening to her family's meth-fueled alien abduction stories. The day she started school, I was wearing a neon yellow Tommy Hilfiger shirt with a tiny keyhole cut out in the back. I remember thinking it was risque. She tapped me on the shoulder and said, "I like your shirt. Can I borrow it?"
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's not.
She's wasting no time.
She grew up with bears, so she's like, I'm not fucking afraid of like a little teenage girl. Like I can ask you for a fucking shirt. Okay. She had a fearless, feral energy that I was enamored with right away, and we became best friends. Mia told me years later that asking people to borrow clothes was her strategy for making new friends, which is a cute 7th grade girl thought process.
Mine was offering people Adderall. That's how I became friends with people.
Mine was, I was too shy to speak, so I would just kind of be really silent and just kind of like wait kind of by them. And if they were like, "Hey, do you want to come over here?" I'd be like, "Oh, thank God." And then if they didn't, I would jerk off. Okay, anyways, don't. Okay, we were best friends through, high school and even lived together for years in college. In college, this girl would get blackout drunk, close her eyes, and start rapping out of nowhere.
Okay, Nicki Minaj.
I know. And that's on you.
I am not Jasmine. I am Aladdin.
I want everyone to know Gabby sent me Roman's Revenge at 9:38 this morning. It didn't matter the scenario when we were talking shit. You just sent me Roman's Revenge. And I was like, okay. So that's what the fuck you're on today. It didn't matter the scenario or where we were. She would terribly rap her white girl heart out. Halfway through our senior year of college, she got impregnated by a literal idiot, and my sweet goddaughter was born. I was there
she kept it. Wow.
Yeah, sweetie.
Brave.
Again, I think the bears like did something to her. She's like, I've seen the bears do it, so I can do it. Okay.
God, imagine keeping a baby with a guy that you're like not even.
That sucks. And you're also a baby yourself.
Oh my God. I couldn't even keep a baby with a man that I love. I'm like, how do you guys do it with just like guys? No, thanks. Motherfucker.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Okay. I was there for the delivery, and I remember listening with her mom through the door to Ellie's first scream. About a year later, Mia's mom was hit by a drunk driver and killed. Oh. Her mom was her rock, so this impacted her in ways I can't even imagine. By this,
Wait. How old is the kid when she?
So a year later.
The baby's 1?
Yeah. And this is halfway through senior year. So like by this time, Mia's probably 19. The baby's 1.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So tragic.
Her mom, as there's kids screaming outside. Okay. Her mom was her rock. So this impacted her in ways I can't even imagine. By this time, she was a single mom. And this was when.
Wait, Mia's mom.
Yeah, sweetie.
Oh, I thought you were saying Mia got hit by the car.
No, honey. So Mia's
God.
mom.
Okay.
So because this story's about like the friend getting
Right.
I was impregnated by Christianity. About getting infected.
Sorry. Okay, I got confused there. Okay, so Mia's mom's hit by a drunk driver and dies. Mia's baby is 1. I got it.
She's giving us the setup to the demise.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So pregnancy in high school. Mom, who's her rock, dies.
Pregnancy in college. They're in college. She's junior in college.
I love that.
Doesn't matter.
So, okay,
Doesn't matter.
I just got horny.
Mom
Okay,
dies,
so
baby,
it's the senior year of college.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So then not 18. I love that. So yeah, she's probably okay. So when her mom dies, she's what, 22? How old are you when you graduate college?
That, yeah.
Yeah. I wish the sign was louder. Okay. I remember listening.
We can't hear it. We might be able to hear that.
If you can't hear it,
it's
there's
just
a siren.
because my brain, I have one brain cell, so it's like bouncing around. And then when I hear something, I'm like, and it's hard for me to clock in. Okay. About a year, I already read that. Okay. By this time, she was a single mom, and this was when she met Ryan. She was depressed, drinking during the day at an Applebee's connected to the mall when she struck up a conversation with a guy across the bar. Ryan had recently gotten out of the Marines. This story's going straight to hell, sweetie. Okay. And currently, when I got my DUI, it's because I was running away from Marines. Okay. And currently had to live in... Wait. Let me run this back, you guys. Okay, so the mom passes away when she's a senior in college. This was when right after she graduated college. She was depressed, drinking during the day at an Applebee's connected to a mall when she struck up a conversation with a guy across the bar. Ryan had recently gotten out of the Marines and currently had a live-in schizophrenia baby mama that refused to move out of his house.
Oh God.
Okay, it's giving fairy tale. These two trauma bonded, and Mia was ensnared by this horrible douchebag. Cut to 1.5 years later, and I'm the maid of honor at their wedding. Mia's dad pulled me aside before the wedding and asked me what I thought about Ryan.
Mia's dad. Okay.
Mia's dad pulled the best friend, the author of the story.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to answer. We both looked at each other, brokenhearted, but knowing there was nothing we could do that wouldn't push her further into his arms.
Oh, God.
My wedding speech was all about Mia because I couldn't find one single thing to say about that fuck that was even neutral.
Oh, God.
Period. Almost immediately after they got married, she started dropping the J word casually in our conversations.
Jewish?
Jesus.
Oh.
Jehovah.
Yeah. No, my boyfriend's Jewish.
Okay, you don't even know what is going on. Okay, growing up and through college, Mia and I had extensive conversations about how fucked up organized religion is. Each time she said Jesus, it smacked me like a hammer, and I knew something messed up was going on. She quickly became impregnated. At her baby shower, I met Ryan's immediate family, and things became clearer. It was one of those repressed, creepily close Christian families. They only spoke to me when it was absolutely necessary. But Mia seemed happy to have a mother figure and sisters. Oh. She subsequently had 3 more kids, 6 total. 6 total with the schizo baby mama kid.
Wait, hold on. So 6 total. So he has a kid.
So she has
the first kid.
She has the first kid with the guy in college.
Yes.
Then she has 3 kids with Christian Ryan. And then...
So that's giving 5 kids.
And then 6 total, but then the schizo baby mama had 2.
Oh, it's schizo baby mama had 2. Got it. Okay.
It's giving blended fam.
Yeah, okay.
So there's 6 kids running amok because they wanted a boy. That's also, I could literally talk for 2 fucking hours about how fucked up that mindset is, but here we go.
Isn't it?
Unless
Every day I pray that I won't have a son. I go, please God, don't give me a son.
you're gonna have twin boys, and I'm so sorry.
I know. If I do make them gay, I can't. I'm not doing a straight one.
I know. They wanted a boy. Puke. I knew the Mia I loved was gone when she randomly sent me a creepy article on Facebook about Jesus, sin, and conspiracy theories. It was so horrible. I think I blocked out the specifics. It all happened so quickly, and before I knew it, Ryan had moved them to the middle of nowhere, and me and I lost touch. I think she knew better than to rant to me about the Jesus shit that had infected her brain, but our other mutual friends weren't so lucky. Every time I heard about her, it was a story about a crazy, incomprehensible Jesus rant that she had spewed, and it always broke my heart. I think back to when she was a wild, strong, independent woman that no one could tame, and I wish I could go back and burn down that Applebee's before they ever met. Ouch, my heart still hurts thinking about it.
Damn.
Fuck organized religion. Wow.
It reminds
really
me,
good story.
which I haven't watched yet, but I keep meaning to, the Dear Kelly thing where he talks about how grief and loss makes people, like, radicalizes people.
Yeah.
That's
It's like a coping mechanism.
Yeah, that's really tragic. And I don't know, there is something about turning to religion in that way where you're just like, oh, she gone. Oh, she gone.
I think it also, this is such a broad and kind of a no-brainer thing to say, but I think turning to anything, wow. Okay.
That's so true.
And that's kind of what that's what
so
it
true.
is. And that's what it is. No, I'm trying to say, okay, here it is. I'm trying to say doing anything to, like, going to extremes in any form is going to be detrimental. Like, you're not supposed to overload your brain with anything, with like fucking porn and gooning Lee or, you know, whatever, religion. It's just, it's so not healthy. But
it's a coping mechanism. It's
Totally.
a way to, like, disconnect from the world. And what's scary when people get to that point is how they are so, they can't hear anything outside of it. They're just like, nope, this is it. No. This is it. Mm-hmm. It's really scary. That's what scares the shit out of me about organized religion and, like, fundamentalists.
I know.
Yikes.
Okay, Hank, I want you to read Tales of Mormonism.
And of course they go on, and I love that. Of course they go on to have they have 6 kids grand total.
To get the boy.
Did they ever get the boy? I hope not.
I mean, I think they did because they kept trying.
Oh, God.
For the boy.
Sorry, and that's mean of me to say. I hope not. It's just like, you're like, you don't, why do we have to have this many kids? We have enough boys, come on.
I know. Well, a lot of times when people are having that many kids, it's also because, like, they don't believe in birth control and da-da-da. But then when it's kind of like, it reminds me of like a medieval, like, old king. Like, I cannot stop until I get my boy.
I know, it's so
okay.
medieval king. Lee, would you prefer to have a boy or a girl?
I don't know if I have a preference. I grew up with all girls, so I think having a girl would be fine.
Nice. That's the right answer.
It'd be okay, I guess.
That's the right answer.
Lee,
not so you could groom her, though, just so you could have her as a daughter.
Lee is not going to be able to groom his daughter because she is going to come out and, like, I believe kids are sent to humble you. And, like, she is going to come out there being crazy to be like,
I don't know what to do with this. I can't even groom her.
I know.
I
I
can't
know
get through to the girl.
we always talk about this, but, like, I want a girl so bad, and I know that I give boy energy.
I want you to know your body is, like, only producing boy eggs. And I know that's not exactly how it works, but it is. So.
I know. But my boyfriend is also, like, he's sister guy.
I know, but because of how life goes for you, you're gonna have like 14 sons.
They're all gonna,
and you're gonna get pregnant one time, and somehow you're gonna have 14
I'm gonna
sons.
have 8. I'm gonna have 8 kids, and they're all gonna be boys.
You're gonna be like Octomom.
I am.
All sons, all straight.
All straight.
You're gonna have a frat team. A frat.
No, but I will have a frat
There
team.
it is.
What's
going on
They're
up
all
here?
going to be so straight.
Frat squad.
A frat squad.
No, it's
a frat
true.
team. It's gonna be a frat team, huh?
I am going to
Fuck a frats.
Guys, I was like a disconnected auntie.
No, I am.
You're gonna have a little frat team.
See, the way your hair looks healthy this color, that makes me want to go dark, but I can't.
Hank, I literally went dark because number one, I couldn't afford the blonde.
I know. That's the other thing.
At my poorest, I was going. Also, it's because that's the only thing my mom would give me money for is blonde. Is to
That's
be
so
blonde.
funny.
But and I love that. me being 7 months late on rent. But I'm like, at least I got my blonde hair.
At least I got my blonde
At least I got
hair.
my fried pubes on my head. Stay jealous and stay woke.
Okay.
Oh.
Tales of Mormonism, my fave. Hey honks and cap locks. Lee, you guys have been foaming at the mouth.
Okay. Also,
They've been
I want to
foaming
give.
at the mouth.
Everyone's like, oh, now I'll finally log back onto Patreon. And
So
the
many
Patreon
people-
has gone up by like 100 because we're like, oh,
I know.
thank God, Lee's back. I'm like,
yeah, love Gabby and Harper, but need it, Lee.
yeah, I couldn't handle these bitches just yapping. I'm like, it's a podcast.
God, and you know what's crazy is that they're gonna listen to this episode and they're all gonna be, and all of the women are gonna be like, I agree with Lee when they started talking about periods. Boring.
Yeah, you're right, Lee. You tell him. Please get him back on track. They fell off. Thank God you're back.
He's a gooner. Okay.
He is a good one.
I literally am.
I watched porn. I watched porn yesterday for the first time in a while, and I hated it. There was something. It made me so depressed. I stayed in. I was gonna go out, and then I watched porn, and I stayed in. I was like, that sucks. And then I just stayed in and watched Temptation Island.
Oh my God, I know. I cannot wait to watch that. I'm starting it tonight.
Oh, don't get me started on another dissertation on why men should cease to exist. I really am a man hater. Okay, I was raised Mormon for 15 years. My parents and I, the way that I'm also,
You're gonna turn. I just want you to know the way that you just said that.
I have a fart in the cannon right now, and the way that I'm sitting is not helping.
I'm so bored of that. I can't even acknowledge it. But what I will say
It's
is,
gonna suck for you, and I blow
okay,
it out.
well, literally, fuck you, because I have a shart in here, so it's gonna be worse than whatever fart you have. But here's
A
the thing.
shart's gonna be worse for you because it's gonna be melting in your pants, and you're gonna be sitting there in
Hey,
your
guess what? I'm
sharty.
not wearing pants. I'm wearing a skirt, so it's gonna fly out. I'm gonna lift up my skirt, and it's gonna splitter splatter out like when you shit in the shower, and it's gonna come flying at you. But I was saying that the reason why I just started laughing before you started going on fucking boring Fartgate is because you sounded exactly like your impression of your mom when you were just talking about your
Legit.
kid. Yeah.
Legit, I did.
It's on an end to pay.
Okay. I was raised Mormon for 15 years. My parents and I went to church for 3 hours every Sunday for that whole time. That should be illegal. That should be illegal. That should be illegal. Child abuse. Here are my memories of it. You don't have to read them all. It's kind of a lot. Guess what? We're reading them all. The one lesson I remember was in second hour, where boys and girls would have a combined class. And
Wait, I'm so sorry. What the hell's going on? What do you mean second hour?
There's 3-hour sermons. Mormons. So the one lesson I remember was in second hour, where boys and girls would have a combined class, and our teacher, a grandma, told us the story of this dad and his 2 daughters who thought the world had ended, so they went and hid in a cave. They believed that they were the last 3 people on Earth. So the dad goes, well, I guess we're the last 3 people, so I have to fuck you guys. Honestly, a dream, you know.
A dream? I'm
That guy
jealous.
was so excited. He said, finally,
Yeah.
a chance to be able to
He goes,
fuck my
sorry.
daughters.
And again, it goes back into like the through line of what we were saying previous episode of like, hey, look, if it was up to me, I wouldn't like this, but it's the way God planned it.
I'm just in here in a cave with my daughters.
And I gotta pour out my hot white dad milk, so come on over.
They
and
do
let
look a
them
lot
bounce
like
on.
their mom. Okay, so that's
But younger, thank God.
the younger, thank God. So they went and hid in a cave. They believed
Okay.
they were the last 3 people on Earth. So the daughters and the dad drunk.
And here it is.
So the daughters.
The daughters.
So the daughters. So
That's what they call when they
Yeah.
morph together. Their orifices all like join in.
So the grandma told us a story. So the grandma teacher's telling them the story. They believed they were the last 2 people on Earth. So the daughters got the dad drunk and then fucked him and got pregnant.
Okay, Una reverse.
Okay.
Talk your shit and don't ever stop. She goes, you know what? We're gonna fuck on you before you fuck on us.
I can't believe that this was a real story that was being told to you guys
I love
in
it.
church.
Yes.
And then afterward, they realized they weren't the last people on Earth.
Oh.
When we asked her what that meant, she said, I don't know. That was a weird one.
Hey.
That was a weird one.
That was a weird one. You want to know what it's giving? They had a hot dad, and they were like, let's just fuck him.
Yeah, they said finally.
And they go, men always get to be the creeps. We're gonna shatter that glass ceiling.
I'm sorry. That was like she said she opened that with saying the one lesson. That was a lesson? What was the lesson in that?
Hey. The lesson is that women can do anything that a man can do.
My parents and I went to church. That whole time, here are my memories of it. So this is like the sermon, and they
And that's on
separate.
the weird one.
That's crazy. Okay, the next one.
Okay.
The walls up to the waist are made of the same stuff that they use to make cat scratching posts. What?
Okay.
It's to stop kids from getting the wall dirty. What wall? What are you talking
Like
about?
the wall in church?
Yeah, so like the stuff on the scratching post, it's like that carpet. And so they put like, you can buy it in like sheets and like you can replace it on your cat scratching post.
Yeah.
So they just bought sheets of it and put it around the kids' room in the church so that the kids couldn't ruin the walls.
Oh.
Hey. I hate this.
Okay. Okay, so this is the kids' room in the church. It's to stop kids from getting the wall dirty. It's called sisal rope. It's like twine, and it pokes you if you lean against it. I'm not sure what the point of having it on the walls was. It made the church super ugly. In elementary school, like second grade, a kid named Nick, who was also Mormon, led our class to say the national anthem. And at the end, he said, "And in the name of Jesus Christ, amen." Okay. I had to give a talk in church when I was
don't
around.
get that one. How? Okay, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Mhm.
But they're Mormon, so maybe that's wrong.
I don't fucking know.
Sweetie, no one knows what's going on. This is like the craziest thing I've
I
ever
had
heard.
to give a talk in church when I was around 6 or 7. A perfect age to give a talk.
Hey, no one wants to hear a child that young blabber on about some God bullshit because it's just going to be like a regurgitated
No, it
bout
can't.
of information that the adults are saying anyways. What?
I wrote it right before church started and needed to get ready. So my dad offered to print it out for me. You can barely read at that age.
I know.
He took forever and I was already in the car when he came by with my talk. He asked me to read it while we drove to church and I did. I opened with, "If you are a dirty bastard, you will be struck by lightning and burn in hell."
Okay.
Okay, eating.
Okay.
And I just
Giving
started
diva.
sobbing. No, not you
Aw.
scaring yourself.
I know, because it's horrifying.
He thought it was hilarious. He never really believed in church that much, but he makes you go for 3 hours every Sunday.
Because he's probably cucking to the mom.
Literally. Once a month in the first hour, people could go, no, it's because that's where the men would go cheat on their wives. Once a month in the first hour, people could go to the front and bear their testimony or share an example of why they are righteous and believe in the church. One Sunday, a lady bore her testimony. Now, this is fun. This is fun that they get to do that. That's like the tea spilling day.
Mm-hmm.
So she bore her testimony and told us how she was assigned to check on this ex-Mormon woman who was struggling. She lived alone, mentally not at her best, etc. The church lady pretended to be this other woman's friend and didn't tell her she was Mormon or assigned to talk to her. For months, this went on. That's so mean. The ex-Mormon woman trusted this lady, was grateful for her friendship, said how her life felt so much better with a good friend. And then the lady invited her to fucking church and blew the whole operation open, and the ex-Mormon woman felt so betrayed. And this lady said it was an example of how far she'd go to help the church. Okay, it's like whatever helps you sleep at night.
Whatever, dude.
And how this woman needed so much help that she was willing to put in the time. It was awful. I went to at least 5 wedding receptions in the nasty old indoor basketball court gym in our church building. I hated it. That's so ghetto. That's so white trash.
It is.
The first time I bought coffee was with my dad when I was 15. We were at McDonald's and he asked me to order us a caramel frappuccino. I was sweating bullets by the cashier as I ordered because it felt like buying drugs. But then it was so delicious. And we knew coffee was going to be awesome. Coffee rocks. It made our stomachs hurt at first. But now I have coffee every day.
Okay.
Okay.
We got a bad girl on our hands.
Coffee rocks. Yes, it does.
Okay.
That's hilarious. That's so
Okay,
funny.
Miss Rocks.
I know. Coffee rocks.
I don't care what you guys have to say. Coffee,
It rocks. It made our stomachs hurt first, but now I have coffee every day.
Because now I can handle it.
That's so true.
Because I'm a bad girl.
She's like, I get a frappuccino every day now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't pay attention to like 95% of church. I didn't like it that much and felt awkward the whole time in my frumpy clothes and in the old smelly, ugly building. I went off to college and had a normal experience drinking and partying and catching up to speed up with other students. Catching up to speed with other students, sorry. I don't do that much anymore, but I'm glad to not be Mormon and to pick my own values and trust in my own opinions. That's the most insidious thing about religion. It teaches you to trust authority at all costs and always over yourself. It's been so hard to learn how to trust myself. I'm getting better though, and I really like my life now. That's so cute. I'm also reading the book Educated by Tara Westover. I have that book.
It's so good.
Wait, I have that book. Really? Okay.
Well, I've read it.
Okay.
So you can have all the books you want, sweetie, but are you reading them?
No,
Clock it.
I'm not. She's Mormon. It's so good. Okay.
It's really good.
Because I've been reading A Little Life for the past year and a half.
Girl, you have it on your nightstand, don't?
I do.
Okay.
I love you guys. You are amazing. This podcast is my favorite. I'm glad Leah's back. I love
Sorry
that.
for laughing at your coffee.
The coffee, it was cute, sweetie. It was cute.
Was cute.
It was cute. I like it. That was cute.
That was.
And we're glad Leah's back too.
That was cute.
It was really cute.
But I'll say.
Oh, what are you gonna say, sweetie?
No, I lost my train of thought.
I know what's going on with this today. I'll be like, and then
I don't know. I'm zoinked.
it just goes out. Are you on meds?
No.
Okay, there it is.
We're doing a lot of prank phone calls today on Patreon.
We are?
Right? Yeah, we'll do some.
Oh, bitch. Yeah, we are.
Did you guys put it out? Did you guys get numbers?
We
Yeah.
have so many numbers. There's so many numbers.
That movement that you just did was like not. What's the opposite of? It's a macroaggression. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to read? Okay, Honk.
Yeah, Honk.
Do you want to read Religion, Psychosis, Crazy, and?
Yes. Yeah, I want to read that.
It's gonna be the last one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Then we will read more on Patreon because guess what? There's still so many. I love the cult ones. They're wild.
Okay.
Okay.
Or, I mean, we can do. Why don't we do 2 more? We'll do 2 more here because we're catching up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
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 I'm gonna read the story. Okay.
Lee, remember when you got mad at me for saying okay?
It still pisses me off. I still hate it.
Remember when both of you fucks last night go, I'm on to you. You started it too. You were nasty. I was vulnerable and I said, I didn't like that. And you said,
I'm on to you.
I am on to you.
You said, yeah, I'm in the basement right now, and I'm on to you.
I said,
You said I still don't like it. Okay.
okay, hey, okay. You literally say okay all the time.
Okay.
Okay.
I literally don't.
You
literally
do.
Okay.
I quit. I'm done.
Oh,
You
This is it.
hey, guess
can't
what?
leave.
You can't quit. You want
Do
to
you want to
hear?
know why you can't quit? Because we burn bridges with every single podcast producer in Los Angeles.
I know, because of your little hamburger fucking ass.
Because of me?
Yeah, bitch. Because of
of me?
fucking you. Because you quit 30 minutes before we had to fucking record. We had to go to fucking hell and back. Tell to fucking Houston. We're gonna have to move to Austin if you fucking quit because there's no
we
other
are.
fucking studios in this shit fuck town because we've just crossed them all off the list. So you're not fucking quitting.
We can't do it again. We can't do it
We
again.
can't do it again, and not just because we don't have the
If you
emotional
leave,
strength.
this podcast ends. I'm sorry. That's what it has to be.
No, and I'm not even kidding.
I don't have the strength.
No. And I'm moving to New York. If this ends, I've already decided because
It's like
I already want to be in New York, and I am here because of tea time.
first of all, you also say this every few days.
okay,
go,
you burned your hair off, so anything you have to say, I can't fucking hear you because it smells like dead fucking hair, Miss Fart. So you're a fucking hamburger. You're fucking fried chicken. Shut the fuck up. Religious psychosis crazy aunt.
You.
Yeah, you. You're pregnant with 8 sons.
Don't put that on me.
You're making 14 rape. Okay, never mind.
No, I'm not. Don't put that on me.
Yeah, because
Don't
you
put
want to
that
know
on
what?
me.
With your haunted energy, you're gonna birth a rapist.
No! No! No!
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, Lee, zip up your pants. Let's go. Okay. You're not quitting. Religion, psychosis, crazy aunt.
Yeah, when you quit, we quit. I know you could give a fuck less about that.
We just did that. We already went over it.
Oh! That was some nasty work.
Yeah, we just did that. Wrap the bit up.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone, including me, is nasty right now, and I love it. Okay.
My hair is burnt off.
I know. You're giving Miss Fried Hay, and Lee's over there like jerking off into like a fucking eggshell. I'm getting pissed off.
Okay, we've already made that joke 17 times. Read the story.
Yeah, get back to the writer's room. New joke.
And you want to know what? None of the other fucking producers we had would ever even say that to our face. And so I appreciate that. They'd be like, yeah, keep it going. And it's like, stop
Or
cocking.
they just fall asleep.
Oh! And we're not cutting that either, Lee. So
No.
don't be a pussy.
Not gonna.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything in here that needs to be cut.
9 out of 10.
Well, there's one thing that needs to be cut, but okay. Not out of this, but okay. Anyway, okay. Hey, honks. I think you guys will enjoy this story. Well, we'll see, sweetie, won't we? So, okay, that's crazy. Yeah. So to
We
give
will
it,
see.
well, yeah. Well, I don't know why I'm so antagonistic right now. We'll fucking see. Okay. So to give a little backstory, my dad is pagan, Gabby, and my mom is Catholic, Lee. So that being said, my entire family hated my father. They weren't wrong for that, but him being pagan, wait, Oh, yeah. But him being pagan was not what they needed to be worried about. LOL.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to just pause this really quick. And I love this story already. So let's say you don't remember what pagan.
I was going to say, what is
that
pagan?
witch?
Pagan is like,
Let me look this shit up.
can we stop slurping that into the mic? For God's sake.
Fuck.
For God's
Gabby,
sake.
do it one more time. Do it one more time.
It's like the worst.
Gabby, do it.
B.
Oh.
Okay, so originally referred to those who followed religions other than Christianity, Judaism, or Islam, it's now a term used to describe a diverse group of modern spiritual and religious practices that often focus on nature and a reverence for earth.
Oh, I like that. It's giving,
Okay.
oh my God, the scary movie, not Hereditary, the Midsummer.
I haven't seen it yet. I got to see it.
You should see it's good.
My dad is pagan and my mom is Catholic. So that being said, my entire family hated my father and they weren't wrong for that. But him being pagan was not what they needed to be worried about. LOL. Anyway, because
It was the fact that he was a child molester.
your son. Anyway, because of this, my schizo aunt thought that he was the devil and that I was the devil's spawn. Okay, now we're starting to get this story heating up. Okay, so at any family gathering, I was stared down like I was going to light the whole room on fire by her. It was kind of easy to ignore until my mom decided to let her live with us.
It's giving Carrie.
Just giving Gary. The shit that went down in my house with her living in it is hilarious. So first off, she used to, so I don't like this. So first off, she used to sneak into my room at night and write Bible verses on my wall. So 7-year-old me would wake up to something new every morning until my walls were so full.
Funny.
My dad had to repaint my room.
That's so funny.
I like that. Your parents let her finish the whole project. Like, like the left wall hasn't been covered yet. So let's get it finished and then we'll start from scratch. That's crazy. Okay, so the whole room got marked up. As I got
sinister.
I know. That's horrifying. As I got a little older and my sister moved out, I got to move into her room. But this room had a bathroom, which she would come in to use constantly when she had kidney stones and stare at me when she'd leave the bathroom.
Stop.
While I pretended to sleep. During that time, I could hear her from the living room screaming in pain. Come to find out a few days later, she convinced herself she had given birth to an angel.
No.
When actually she just passed a kidney stone in my bathroom.
No.
Then one day she was home alone with me, supposed to be watching me. I was sitting in the living room and looked over to see her lathering herself in olive oil or canola.
Okay.
Canola.
I gotta say this. I know this is kind of problematic of me to say and kind of fucked up, but like schizophrenia is low-key kind of funny. That's the way that she passes a kidney stone and is convinced that she gave birth to an angel. That's fucking funny.
Here's something. What you're saying is not probably. If you were like watching someone who's mentally ill and going, "Oh, haha, you're afflicted by this illness,"
Yes.
That's funny. That's not where the humor lies. I think it's human to acknowledge the humor in this, like, obviously wild situation. Like that's crazy. I mean, it is to like walk into your niece's room who you think is a devil and write Bible verses all on, and then the parents are like, hey, she's an artist, let her do her thing.
Yeah.
And then
pass a kidney stone and then be like, I just gave birth to an angel.
But also,
Objectively funny.
it's so funny. Also, I kind of like that. Because who wants to pass a kidney stone? That's kind of ugly. But going, I just birthed an angel.
It's all about perspective.
It's all about rebranding. She should go into marketing and PR.
She should. I mean, it's kind of giving the same vibes. And again, this is terrible to say, and it was also like deeply sad. But if you if you strip away how sad it is and you just look at what was happening, it's like when my grandma, who was riddled with Alzheimer's, we found her in our house in Utah with her pants down and the stove on and a coffee pot upside down on the stove. And she's standing there with her pants, and you go, well.
Oh.
And then she goes, I dropped my potato. And you go, no.
A little bit less funny than the angel birth. I was waiting for the banger there, so that was a little bit more sad.
I mean, yeah, okay, terribly sad, yeah. But
you go, okay. So this woman was alone, right, in her house. No one was taking care of her.
Hey, no, she wasn't alone in her house. We were all
Not doing a good
family
job.
was there.
We were elder abusing.
Yeah, okay. So
No.
there's elder abuse, and then there's creative
it wasn't
writing.
elder abuse. She got up in the morning when all of us were asleep, and then she went into the kitchen and turned on the stove, put the coffee pot on upside down, took her pants down, and said, I dropped my potato.
Yeah.
So it's objectively, she's my grandma. I can say it.
Yeah, you should open with that. No, that's like, yeah. You just got a new closer, sis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the time when my other grandma, who's also riddled with Alzheimer's, I walked past her bedroom.
Oh my God, it's coming for you then.
And it is.
It's on both. Is it? Yeah, both sides.
Oh, both sides.
Oh shit,
heavy. Oh yeah. My 23andMe said
Good
huge
luck.
predisposition to
Oh my
Alzheimer's.
God, scary.
But I walked past her room and she had one of her baby dolls tucked into her bed with its little head laying on the pillow. Objectively kind of funny. You go, no,
and
what
a
the
little
hell?
Sweet. She goes, okay.
Yeah. You go, what? It's like a baby. It's like if you walked into a room and you saw a 2-year-old doing that, you'd go, no, that's funny.
I feel like people that are schizophrenic, it goes in two different ways. I feel like they can, like, there's almost like an innocence to them, or they get so profoundly violent.
Or they become Charles Manson.
And then there's that.
Yeah.
Is that funny?
Objectively, the Sharon Tate thing, funny.
A little bit funny.
She's 8 months. Hey, what's funnier than that?
Okay. Then one day she was home. She's supposed to be watching
It's not
me.
funny. It's just so you fucking...
I was sitting in the living room
Roses don't
and I looked over.
misconstrue
Okay, your hair's dead. Okay, looked over. That's crazy. Okay, looked over, lathering herself in olive oil or canola. Didn't really see. Anyways, she proceeds to do that and then walk outside and lay her body over my dad's truck in the middle of the summer and stare at the sun for hours.
You're gonna tell me that that's not a little bit funny?
Eventually, my mom came home and then my aunt came inside and she explained that she was speaking to the sun gods. That's a little bit funny.
Yeah.
And it's like she probably had 3rd-degree burns on her, and that's really sad. And like
she just birthed an angel.
And like if she's laying out there for hours, I wonder if she went. I wonder if she peed and went do it on the car. I don't really know.
Who knows?
I don't know. But
Who knows?
all of it is it's funny with like it's tinged with like a little bit of sad.
Strip the complete mental illness away and like how devastating that is for people and their families. Yes, and then just look at the actions. You go, that's kind of funny.
You go. And you want to know what? It can be healing to have a laugh.
It can be healing to have a laugh.
Now, when you and your family are like running train on the abuse like of your grandma, don't know how funny
Nobody
that
was
is.
abusing my grandma.
Don't know how funny that is.
We took her to visit her home that she was born in Utah.
Yeah,
we
to
were
like
visiting the
trigger
home.
some sort of PTSD, and then she had a breakdown, and she
loved
can't
her
find
home in Utah.
And then like the potato was like a symbolism for like a baby that she lost, and then you guys were just like leaving her downstairs, and like the downstairs on fire.
She would mix words up. She'd mix words up.
Okay.
She's dropped her potato.
And then she said, I dropped my potato.
God bless Grandma Pat.
Yeah. Well, someone had to bless her because you guys were too busy doing fuck else. Okay. Eventually, my mom sent her somewhere else, but living with her was an experience. After she was done explaining that she was speaking to the sun gods, she proceeded to sit on my mother's brand new couch covered in oil.
No.
Do you see how she's telling the story because they were all in the room watching her, and like you guys with your grandma? Okay. Eventually, my mom sent her somewhere else, but living with her was an experience. Apparently, before I was born, she was really cool, but did a fuck ton of acid and it fried her brain. Uh-oh, joy. Hopefully, the story makes it in and you guys enjoy. Love you guys in your pod. Love you, girl. That is a crazy story.
Her sitting on the couch covered in oil, being like, oopsies, he just got a nice tan.
I know.
It's scary that you can trigger schizophrenia with psychedelics. That's really scary to me.
I know.
That's how I felt when I would take edibles, weed edibles. I was like, if this is what fucking being zooted on mental illness feels like, I'm good.
No, literally good.
No. It's so scary.
P.
We're going to go to Patreon.
Beautiful.
He's so mad.
He's livid because we did too many bits and too many asides in that
it's
story.
fine. No, that's perfect. That's what the show is. But we're going to stop and we're going to go to Patreon.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Well, I guess slap my ass. All right, you guys. Again, Gabby is going to be at the Pechanga Arena April 5th, not the 7th, in San Diego with Felipe Esparza and a bunch of other hilarious comedians in San Diego. I am going to be at the Siren Theater in Portland, April 25th. That's a Friday. And I will be at Union Hall in Brooklyn, May 6th, which is a Tuesday.
And Lee's going to be gooning in his room.
And Lee is going to be jerking off to our OnlyFans now that he found out that we show Pussow on there.
Yep.
Ow! Okay, bye, you guys.
Bye.
Get real, it's raw, the volume is up. Gabby and Harper with that unfiltered cup. They read it, you feel it, the madness erupts. Tea time's the moment, y'all better keep up. It's tea time, baby, let the chaos glow. Unfiltered, unhinged, anything can go. Gabby and Harper's where the wild ones flow. the vibe, now you in the show.